Yo, what up, guys? Welcome to another commentary from Tumbling Podcast of Flesh. This is Corey Script.
And this BDG reviews.
All right, man. So we're watching The Burbs. Thing came
Yep.
out in '89.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, this is a classic, dude.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right, man. So we're gonna hit play, and you ready?
Yep.
All right, three, two, one, play.
And here we go. Interesting bit of trivia. That's not the actual Universal logo.
What is it?
It's an animated version of it.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just so they could do this effect, so they could zoom in and everything. Uh,
Hey,
I
they
guess
did it
it.
seamlessly because I didn't even notice.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was probably just cheaper than messing with the actual logo, which is like, they could do it now with computers, no problem. But back then,
Yeah. No, it looks
just
good.
reanimated. Yeah, yeah.
It reminds me of that Freddy 4, I think it is. No, 5. Remember where
Yeah.
Kincaid, he's in the pulls up from the world, the
Oh,
junkyard.
yeah. Yeah.
What's funny about this, you could tell this is all like fake pretty much. It looks like this
Yeah.
set in like Beetlejuice, where Beetlejuice lives
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The Burbs.
Oh
This is
man,
actually all filmed on the Universal backlot.
really?
Yeah, and a lot of these houses, like, I got a list here, some of the stuff, like, you know, uh, Desperate Housewives was filmed in some of these. Um,
In these houses?
yeah, they,
Wow.
I think some of them have been changed around a bit since this was filmed, but Walter's house is actually exactly the same. It's the only one that hasn't been touched.
Wow.
Yeah, and Corey Feldman's house is actually the Munsters' house.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Wow. I did not
Well,
know that at all.
no, I mean,
There's Dick Miller, name.
yeah,
The guy no one knows about but seen.
I know everyone knows Dick Miller if they see him. If you say Dick Miller, they're like, who?
Yeah.
But you show them a picture, they're like, oh, that guy. He's in like every single movie ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to see his, like, I'd love to hear his stories from Hollywood.
Well, I think they made a documentary about him.
That's definitely going to be worth looking up, I think, because, you know, he's got to have them, doesn't he? He has to have, like, a wealth of Hollywood knowledge.
Oh, I know. He's been in so much horror and stuff too.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting thing about this movie is all shot in sequence as well.
Really? So they shot every scene as we're
Yeah,
seeing it?
yeah, because it
Wow.
took place during writer's strike. So they weren't, allowed to go back for rewrites or anything. So a good chunk of it was actually improvised, and they shot it in order so they could kind of keep track of what was going on.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting, man.
Yeah, there's a ton of interesting, trivia about this movie.
I think that's what makes it have such like a light and fun feel to it. You know what I mean? Like to
Definitely,
hear that they're improvising all of it.
yeah. And I mean, it's just a good movie, isn't it? I mean,
That's crazy. That's all in a lot.
yeah, it's the whole street, and they say what makes it kind of odd though. Also, there, Mayfield Place is actually the name of where the Cleavers lived on, like, Leave It to Beaver.
Really?
Yeah, I think that because that was filmed on these sets as well. Yeah, there are no backyards to any of these houses.
I wonder
Oh,
what's in
and
the back.
just nothing. It's just empty. That dog is actually the same dog that was in Silence of the Lambs.
The one that Buffalo Bill holds?
Yep.
Wow. That's
So,
pretty cool.
yeah, it's got a bit of life.
Man,
Oh,
even the
and
dog's got some horror credit.
oh yeah, and also here, this is gonna sound really weird. The dog crap was actually done by a prop maker And essentially what he did is he took dog food, bean dip, and other stuff and put it into a caulking tube and just kind of
Really?
did it out and everything. You know, it's essentially, real dog crap.
Yeah,
I mean, dog food, bean dip, everything kind of like a dog would eat. It's just, okay, here we go.
he's the man, Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's tripping recently. Dude, even when I first saw this movie, it was
Yeah.
painful to see all that paint run down the speakers like that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just kind of like, oh,
I know, man, it's hard to watch that.
yeah. It's funny because, Corey Feldman's one of those guys that doesn't age.
I know. He just gets weird, man. Have you
Yeah.
seen like a lot of the what he's into now?
Yeah. I mean, I know he goes on about like he has like all these like stories about
Oh yeah,
uh like
pedophile
like
rings and stuff.
yeah, and then he was like stabbed about a month or so ago.
Yeah, and then I heard the cops said he didn't get stabbed and it was all fake.
It's crazy. It really is. I mean, you
Dude,
know,
did you hear the Angels, the band or whatever he had? Uh,
uh,
he had
so
that song and he was playing on stage, all these girls playing the instruments, and he was like dancing like Michael Jackson.
yeah.
Well, the girls came out and said he was like doing like a sex cult type thing. Like he was like drugging them and like making them as like sex slaves. Dude,
Oh
like
man.
crazy stuff, dude.
Oh man. Also, during the filming of this movie, Corey Feldman was friends with Michael Jackson.
Oh, wow.
And, so Michael Jackson never came on set or anything, but his chimpanzee did.
Really?
Yeah, and they kept it in Corey Feldman's trailer.
Wow.
But after shooting, they'd come back and they'd be, like, covered in crap and everything. So Joe Dante said, like, no, we don't want no more chimpanzees on set.
You know Joe Dante directed that Thriller video too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it all
It's
connects.
It is. It's really kind of weird when some of the connections that are in this. It's like three actors in this. Well, actually four, I guess you could
You
say.
see that box of Gremlins cereal?
I know that was awesome. Actually, four actors in this are actually connected to Gremlins.
Really?
There's Dick Miller. There's
Yeah.
Corey Feldman. There was someone else I can't quite remember, and there's Tom Hanks, who actually auditioned for a bunch of the roles but didn't get any of them.
Wow.
It's kind of crazy, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, and Carrie Fisher looks pretty good here, man.
She does. You know, yeah,
Yeah, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
yeah. It's a shame she's dead. Okay, that sounded kind of douchey, but I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a shame that she's dead.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And this is back when Tom Cruise is actually still likable.
yeah,
He wasn't as pretentious as he is now.
yeah. Well, the thing is, he's the sort of actor where pretty much anything he's in is guaranteed to be successful.
Yeah, but see, I miss the
You
days
know?
like this when
Yeah,
he was playing in more lower budget stuff and everything, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And now everything that he's in is just serious, like
yeah.
super serious, you know?
Well, he's kind of come to a point in his career, kind of like Warren Beatty, where he can just kind of do what he wants.
Yeah, but you don't see Tom Hanks out there making like a Bullworth type movie.
No, no.
They need to, Bullworth too.
Yeah. And here we go with the gun. Yeah, I used to rent this movie tons when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's funny. I was sick when I was younger, and
Mm.
I went to my mom's work for the day. And they
Yeah,
had like a TV in the break room and a couple VHS tapes. And I
yeah,
remember one of them was Top Dog with Chuck Norris,
yeah.
and the other one was this. And dude, I loved it so much. I asked my mom if I could take it, and she said yeah. So we took it.
That's cool.
So it was like, yeah, I had the VHS and I watched it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to rent this a lot. I used to rent Gremlins a lot, and I used to rent Ghostbusters. So essentially, that was kind of my, some of my early introduction to horror type stuff
Yeah.
before,
What sets
actual
this one
horror.
apart too is that it's not like it doesn't go over the top like Gremlins or
No.
Monster Squad and all that. It still feels like real serious, but it's
Yeah.
still funny but realistic.
Yeah, definitely. I just love that picking food out of, other people's plate. Oh, it was dog food. I forgot about that.
Dude, I love the part
Oh,
where it's like, can you come out and play or whatever they say and
yeah.
dude, one of my favorite
Oh,
things and this is that chainsaw part.
yeah.
With that long, like huge chainsaw just
Yeah.
goes through that wall. Oh man.
That was awesome.
And I don't know if I remember for some reason I remember Clint Howard being in this. Does the
He
ice cream man appear, make a cameo?
he might.
Like I feel like I remember him, but I may just be tripping. I don't know.
I don't know. I'll just check the cast list and see. Uh, cast. There we go. Uh, Corey Feldman, Harry Gibson. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything, but he might.
It would have been at that scene where he's on the grill. Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude, this dude's
yeah.
eating hardcore, man.
I know, and I just love it. This isn't even his house.
I know he's got a whole different plate eating ribs, dude, and it's the morning.
Yeah, he's like, just I'll eat that.
Is this kid
Yeah.
from other stuff? This kid looks real familiar.
Hmm. He does look familiar. I don't know. I'll take a look. Come on.
I like this right here. Like how crazy he looks.
Yeah. Staring down a kid.
Kind of like that grandpa in Silent Night, Deadly Night,
Yeah.
where, where the parents leave the room and he's all like intense with it.
Yeah. Okay. His name's Corey Danziger.
No, I never heard of him.
Yeah, he's been in this. He's been in Beethoven, Beauty and the Beast, Star Trek: The Next Generation. Uh, yeah, it just seems kind of like a bunch of like TV stuff and a few movies, but not much.
Mm-hmm. Man, his wife in this movie is hot, man.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really think he could have got her as a wife unless he was just like super rich.
Yeah. Doesn't Corey Feldman, like in this movie especially, he's like,
Mm.
looks like the epitome of what cool was like in '89. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
definitely, definitely.
The street vision wear shorts and you know what I mean? Just fucking Ray-Bans chilling.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Hell, I remember people like that back in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Like him and Edward Furlong from Terminator 2
Oh
look like
yeah,
the epitome of '90s cool, man.
yeah, and the fact of the matter is, if you did dress like that, it never came off as like cheesy or anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dude, I love how run down the house looks compared to every other one.
I know.
It's like over the top with it.
Yeah, it's like completely, it's
But
like they've gone out of their way to make it dead.
oh my god, it's Malachi.
Yeah. He's a
Dude,
weird looking guy, isn't he?
I know. Like I saw this before Children of the Corn.
Yeah.
He was freakier in this than that movie.
Yeah.
Dude, just the way he looks, scratching his chin.
Yeah. And the fact that he's like wearing like lederhosen or something.
Yeah, it's weird.
One of the Huns came out of the cave. I love that. It's like,
One thing
oh my
I
god.
love the soundtrack to this too, man. Like
Yeah,
right there, it's kind of a. I wish they put a vinyl out of this.
yeah.
And
I
that
mean,
camera work too. I just love the way that pan is.
yeah. It's just really good shot.
Yeah, where that pan starts over the shoulder.
Yep. Like, don't you go there, dog. He'll eat you or something. I don't know.
Dude, I like how under his eyes is just like purple, like he ain't seen the sun in years.
Yeah. Oh man.
And the leader of the Klopex, you know, the older guy,
Yeah.
what's he from? Because I know I've seen that dude in other stuff.
You mean
The one who's
the
driving the ambulance, or wait, I don't know if he was driving. He's the older guy, like the head honcho of that family.
yeah. I'll
He's like short.
yeah. Let's take a look here. Let's see if I can find him. There, Henry Gibson. Let's see what he's been in. Nashville, The Blues Brothers, Magnolia, Inner Space,
So
Boston
another
Legal.
one where just you see him around, but
Yeah,
never
he's
made it
been.
big.
Yeah, he's been in tons of stuff. The Commish, The Goldfish, The Guardian, Charmed. Holy crap! This just keeps going and going.
And it's
Yeah,
all like
he's been in
notable
a lot.
stuff too.
Yeah. You know, yeah. It's the sort of thing, you know, this is one of those movies that has a lot of people you recognize, but you don't really know where from.
Yeah. I love that close up on Corey Feldman's face.
Oh yeah. Like he's gonna do something. It's almost like.
Man, Bruce Dern's daughter,
Mhm.
Laura Dern, there's something really hot about her.
Yeah.
Especially from Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
And it's weird because he's such a weird looking dude, you know?
Yeah. I love that they do a close up on the dog as well.
I love the suddenness of that foot going through the...
Oh man, that sort of makes me think of Jigsaw.
Yeah, that had to have been an improvised moment there.
I'm quite sure.
Because it's like the first step you take on their porch, you just...
Yeah.
Classic.
Right.
Now that would have me running, man.
Yeah, I'd be like, nope. Oh, the bees! The bees! Oh man. Get the hose! Oh man.
Yeah, it's
I mean-
weird knowing that a lot of this was improvised, just seeing how...
Yeah. Oh. I can't help but wonder, if you're being stung by bees, would water really help?
I don't think so.
I mean, when I was a kid, I was attacked by bees once, but all I did was run.
Yeah, I never really got stung by him that much.
Yeah, just once for me, and, we ran off and they left us alone after a while. Hurt like hell, but, Oh, man. It's the sort of thing, I mean, this is just like a character study.
I know, man. They ought to show this in film school.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like a giant, like, Saturday Night Live sketch that they
It
just got
is.
to take serious for an hour and a half.
Oh, man, bee in the mouth.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. That's actually quite a nice looking house. When you really look at it.
I don't know. It looks haunted to me. Even if it was
Oh,
all done
definitely.
up, it's like just the shape of it.
Yeah, but it's got that kind of like Amityville type look,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like old Victorian, like just it's haunted, you know?
You know what I just thought? Is this the same street that they filmed the scenes in House of a Thousand Corpses in.
Which scenes? The whole
You,
thing?
no, that one scene where they're like, where it's showing like the father's house, and the girl
Maybe.
calls him up. I think it might be because I mean it looks
I mean,
very similar.
yeah, I mean, it's a pretty standard looking suburb, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, but I know House of a Thousand Corpses also had Universal connections.
Yeah, well, they were the first ones to fund that movie, right?
Yeah, so it could very well be.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I just love the fact you're like drinking beer with the kid or whatever, and you know,
Simpler times.
yeah, no one cares.
Where's his parents at?
I don't know. I don't think it's ever even brought up.
Yeah, maybe when remember when he has the big party?
Yeah, it could be brought up then.
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming his parents are out of town.
I would assume so.
But wouldn't you, like, if you lived in a suburb, I wonder if you'd be looked at weird, like, hanging out with what is this kid, like 15 or 16?
Yeah,
Drinking a beer, just chilling?
I don't know. You know, I guess the whole idea of this is like it's sort of like a little world unto itself, isn't it?
Yeah, that's how I feel seeing it.
So maybe, like I don't know, maybe in like little communities like this, it would just be taken for granted. Like that's just like how it is.
Yeah, hey, it's believable, though. This
Yeah,
feels more 80s than it does 90s for some reason.
definitely.
Because this was
And
right when 90 was hitting.
yeah, so well then I guess it was probably being filmed probably in what like 87 probably or
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
yeah.
didn't think of that.
Oh man.
You know, I was just watching Dexter tonight, and
Yeah.
the season where Tom Hanks' son is in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they just mentioned Elm Street.
Yeah.
See, I think this is where they may mention the ice cream man or something. Like, I may be thinking of a totally different thing, but I feel like they tell a story about an ice cream man letting a body rot in a house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're talking about it now, and then
Yeah.
I feel like Clint Howard's in that dream or whatever. But
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong.
He,
Hi,
he,
your house stinks.
I just love the fact that jacket that he's wearing, that like turquoise, I don't even know what color you'd call that. That's so 80s.
Yeah,
You couldn't rock that nowadays.
with the little windbreaker thing in the back.
Exactly. I mean, well, maybe you could. You'd need to be a really either extremely manly man or extremely not. Just your normal everyday person could not rock that nowadays.
Yeah, well, Corey Feldman's outfit you could probably get away with now. I
Yeah,
don't know, I gotta see it from far back again. But the one definitely before you could. Even Tom
yeah,
Hanks, you could still rock his.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but that one like green and purple polo shirt, a turquoise jacket, and I don't know. And what are those? He's like wearing like plaid pants or something.
Oh yeah, remember he was wearing checkered shoes and
Yeah,
high top striped socks.
yeah.
I think that's what he's supposed to be, is like just the weirdo.
I think so. Yeah,
See, that's the thing about Tom Hanks, is he gives off such like an innocent vibe, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it's like impossible to hate him, you know?
yeah. That's true. And I mean, hell, even in stuff where he plays not necessarily a villain, but like kind of like someone that you probably wouldn't like in real life, he's still kind of endearing, isn't he?
Yeah, like even whenever he plays a cop.
Yeah. Oh. And this is back in the day when you could show people like smoking cigars and everything.
Oh yeah. No, it's
Can't really do
crazy.
that anymore.
I know. Look at that TV, dude.
Yeah, this was actually an improvised scene. The whole playing Jeopardy thing.
That's crazy. I wonder if these cereals are real.
Um, well, I know Gremlins isn't. I've
Oh, they
never,
never made a gremlin cereal?
not that I know of. I mean, well, they might have. I mean,
Now, you
I don't.
couldn't get away with that outfit. No.
No, that's a complete like yeah
Yeah,
tie
that'd
dye
be a
shirt.
tough
Like
sell, man.
yeah, it is kind of a nice jacket
I know,
though.
I do like it, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't. It'd be one of those things you'd gotta wear to like a Slayer show or something.
yeah, that would be pretty much it. You
Maybe
know?
Iron Maiden,
Yeah, yeah.
but even
Uh,
Metallica would laugh at you wearing that.
Probably, definitely, yeah. Oh,
You know what this is almost like, man? Like little kids almost. It's
yeah,
like
completely.
it's just the vibe I get. You know what I mean? Like, cause this is stuff like back in the day here, where
Yeah,
like your
yeah.
homies would come knocking on your window or whatever.
I'll be back in time for Final Jeopardy. Oh man.
Man, she's pretty hot too.
Yeah.
I'd love to see what she looks like now. Probably not good.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
maybe.
yeah, you never know. You see the fat guy? Yeah, it's like you
What's Bruce Dern really famous for, though? Like, and he's famous and I know him, but I can't
yeah,
remember like big movies he's been in though.
I don't know. I'll take a I love that. It's like a freaking night vision scope. It's not even
Like
like
super obvious with it.
yeah. And the thing is, it's not even like night vision goggles. It's totally like a sniper scope. Okay, let's see. He's been in The Hateful Eight,
Yeah.
Django Unchained, uh, some other stuff I've never heard of. Pete's Christmas, for some reason. Unicorn Planet. Oh, he was in Toolbox Murders too.
Oh, you like that, didn't you?
I
No, I'm just
hate
playing.
it. Yeah. Oh, I just checked on IMDb. That has 3.2 out of 10 stars.
What? Toolbox Murders 2?
Yeah, so it looks like people agree with me.
You know what's crazy is I was just thinking about that yesterday because I was pretty soon I'm gonna order the Toolbox Murders, the old one, and then the
Yeah,
remake, and then the second one,
yeah,
just because I gotta see it. You know what I mean?
yeah. It's not good.
You think there's any chance I'll dig it, or is it like that
I
bad?
it's the problem I find with it is it's almost like insultingly bad. Like you can forgive a movie that's bad because it's a low budget. You can forgive a movie that's bad because they don't have the like the effects or whatever to live up to it or anything. But the problem with Toolbox Murders 2 is it had the effects. The effects were really good, but it just made no sense. It was stupid.
Uh,
There's one part for some reason someone gets their legs cut off and they're like I'll help you, and then they're alive like with like these bleeding legs for like a bunch of time. Ugh. Yeah, I threw that movie across the room.
yeah, I remember the video. Did you
Yeah,
end
I
up
was like,
putting it back on the shelf or no?
for like 10 minutes and I sold it. Yeah, I was just kind of like no.
Dude, this is one of my favorite scenes right here.
Yeah. Well, look at that look. He's like,
Dude, what do you think of that vest Homeboy's rocking though?
man,
Like that's serious, dude.
yeah. Lederhosen and like,
Dude, I love how brutally he smashes this down.
yeah, you got like get. there. And I loved it, the, lightning and everything, and but like only when anyone's like looking at their house or something.
Man, dude, that's funny as hell, dude. Like, nobody would ever put their trash away that vigorously.
No. No, they wouldn't.
And I love how he has to drive the car out to do it.
Yeah. I wonder what you'd do. Like, if you were just, like, hanging out on your porch, and you saw someone drive the car out of the garage, put some garbage in, get back in the car, and drive back into the garage.
I mean, was I already leery of him before, or is this just, like, randomly? What the hell?
Just random.
I don't know, man. I'd probably be like... I'd be
Well,
watching, but I wouldn't be too freaked out yet.
Well, I'd be like, what the hell? Why are they going to all the trouble of driving their car?
And is it at this time of night, too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd be weirded out, yeah.
Yeah. I just love how hard it starts raining.
I know.
From nothing to this.
Benefits of the back lot.
Indeed.
Indeed. There's one scene in this, though, where they're all digging in the back.
Yeah.
Like, real late. Now, that would weird me out.
Yeah. I mean, unless they had something lined up saying, like, for showing, like, we're digging out a pool or something, I'd be like, why are you digging?
Now, did you grow up in a suburb like this, or were you more city, or what?
Not this much of like a suburb, but kind of. Well, I pretty much grew up where I live right now, so it's just kind of like a straight.
Yeah.
Just not in like in a main city or anything, but in pretty, urban area and everything. Yeah. But let's put it this way: I can get to pretty much anything I need is within like about a 5-minute walk or 10-minute or like 2-minute drive.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
What are, like, movie stores and stuff that close to you?
Yeah, well, I got like a Walmart just around the corner, more specialty ones I got to go further for,
Yeah.
But
that
it is
right there
what it
is
is.
funny as hell, man.
Yeah.
That would creep me out, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
Even the way they're doing it.
Yeah. And it's in the rain.
Yeah, you might get nowhere digging that in the rain.
No. And I mean, hell, even if it could be argued, for whatever reason, maybe they work days or whatever, they can only dig at night, it would still, and here's the man himself.
I wonder if the dude next to him is that known at all.
I think he is. I seem to remember they're saying something about him. Let's see if I can find it.
This reminds me of that scene in Creepshow, with Tom Savini,
Yeah.
where he finds the comic book and everything.
Yeah. Let's see here. I can't quite find it. But, yeah, I think they both know the director.
Oh, okay.
Like, who are you calling? It's funny, there's one family in this that you never see until the very end.
Walters? Or
No,
not Walter,
you
the
see
guy with the
Walter.
dog?
You see him, but it says something on here. Let me see if I can find it. Which,
What's the guy's name with the dog?
Walter.
Oh, Walter, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, it was Robert Picardo.
Which one's that?
The other garbage man.
Oh, yeah. What's he from?
Hell, he's been in like everything. He's been in Star Trek. He was in I'm just trying to think of some other stuff he was in, but I know he's been in tons of stuff.
Huh. Yeah, because he does look kind of familiar.
Yeah, I'll just find out because I'm sure. There, Robert Picardo. He was in Star Trek Voyager. He was in Star Trek First Contact. He was in Inner Space. He was in Grey's Anatomy. Uh,
Inner Space comes up a lot, man.
it does. Well, I don't like. I wonder. I'm just gonna Inner Space.
That like changes it all
Oh,
for me though. That's the dog from Silence of the Lambs.
yeah. Um, Inner Space is directed by Joe Dante as well. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, everything's connected.
yeah, he certainly likes his actors.
Yeah.
You know. Well, then I guess it's the sort of thing. If you find a bunch of actors you're comfortable with and get good,
Results. Yeah, a lot of directors
yeah.
do that. What's Joe Dante directed recently?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
Does he do anything that much anymore?
I don't think I've heard anything recently, but
Yeah, I haven't thought about that in a while. I don't remember seeing
yeah.
him at all.
Let's take a look. Inner Space, Gremlins, Howling, Small Soldiers. He did that.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
classic.
yeah. He's been directing some Hawaii Five-O.
Wow. That's
Salem,
disappointing.
that TV show Salem,
I haven't checked
MacGyver.
that out, but it looks good.
I saw a bit of it. I think it was okay. He did. He's doing Legends of Tomorrow, the DC show.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
so he's
He
just
did
TV now?
Burying the X,
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Masters of Horror, obviously. Uh, yeah, quite a lot of stuff, really. You know, he's a and hell, he did one of my favorites, Matinee.
Oh, yeah, I know Shout Factory's releasing that, or did.
Yeah, I love that.
I haven't seen
I
it.
love that. Honestly, I hadn't seen it until I bought the Blu-ray. I picked up the one again, from Germany. It was part of the like 10 Blu-rays or whatever for 50.
Is John
Um,
Goodman in that?
yeah, it's really good. Essentially, he's like, what's his name? Oh my, I'm having a complete brain fart. He did 13 Ghosts and House on Haunted Hill and
Yeah.
William Castle. Essentially, he's like William Castle.
Oh, okay.
So he has like all the, the a dead rat, we're there.
Was Silence of the Lambs by Universal?
uh, I, I thought it was Dino De Laurentiis.
And maybe... No, I mean, did Universal put it out?
I'll take a look.
I'm thinking maybe MGM did, though.
Yeah,
I
it
think
could
about
be.
it. Because I was going to say,
Silence of the Lambs.
if that was Universal, this could have been one of the houses from that.
Could be. Country of origin. Blah 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 blah.
I'm thinking it's MGM.
Yeah, I think so. Um,
Why don't it be like Columbia TriStar or something?
that would be pretty funny. I don't know. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Joe Dante also did Twilight Zone movie.
Oh yeah, that was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yo, that old man, is he known at all? The one that's looking out the window?
Uh oh, you mean the old Klopek guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
He's like
Yeah.
heavier. He's heavier than the small one.
Yeah, He's called Brother Theodore. And he's not actually an actor, really. He's kind of like a performance artist almost.
Wow.
He's been in a lot of stuff, like, oh, wow, I never knew that. He played Gollum in the animated version of The Hobbit.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hell, he was in The Third Man. As
Okay.
Man on Street.
Yo, I've always wanted to get a book like this, man. Just to have it.
Yeah. Just kind of like the old, like,
I've never
you
seen
know.
them in person, but like they seem easy to get in 80s movies, just the book on all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Like I know there's the Satanic Bible and the Aleister Crowley stuff, but I mean
yeah.
like stuff like that, just like old school.
Yeah, like old, like, demonology books and
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, I know you can get them, but nowadays I think they're kind of like specialized.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I remember I used to find back in the day they used to have books like that in the library, but they were
Really?
kind of yeah, but they were all kind of like almost I don't want to say kids books, but they were like the vampire comes out at night and this Satan is good, Satan is our
Yeah,
pal.
like the
That's another ad lib.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Dude, that'd be a good chorus for like a rock song or something. Like
yeah.
chant that. Be funny.
I'm quite sure it probably exists. I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's funny, apparently there's, I don't know, I don't know if that's the book. I know somewhere in this movie, someone's reading it, like, there's a book on demonology, and, that's written by, what was the name? It's, wait till I find it. I keep losing where the thing is here. Uh,
I'd love to know if this is a real movie he's watching right now.
yes, it is.
Do you know what it is?
Uh, yeah, I have a thing here. Well, I know
It looks sweet, man.
yeah, I think let's see if I can find it here.
There's The Exorcist.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw 3, 2, I mean, comes up at some point.
Yep.
Yeah, right there. It all comes back to Texas Chainsaw in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you could totally do like a 6 degrees of separation type thing with just using Texas Chainsaw.
yeah, because there's so much off branches to that.
Yeah,
It all connects to it. Yo,
yeah.
but didn't say what movie that was he was watching?
I'm still looking. My cat's kind of sat on me, so he's kind of not
Like, is
letting
it?
me look.
Do you remember it being one that was like popular, or not popular, but one that would have been like released already? Because I know they're releasing a lot of those old '70s
Yeah,
satanic movies.
yeah. Oh, I'm still trying to find it. Uh,
I love this. Here it is coming up.
yeah.
Just how intense the saw looks when it pops up.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is it's a big jump scare, just like
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw 2.
Yeah. That is a hell of a big saw.
I know, man. Dude, that's something just intimidating about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you also got to reckon kind of with a saw that size, how big you'd have to be to, to hold it.
That always creeped me out, that way she sounds calling him like that.
Yeah.
There's just something eerie about that, man. And even that music right there.
Yeah. This stuff right here was taken right out of some like old like comedy movie or whatever. But it's released essentially everywhere but over here, like in Canada and America. Everywhere else it has a release, but over here it's been kind of forgotten.
Oh, there's Malachi holding the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Well, we'll find out if we see the Clint Howard. I love how the
Yeah.
dog has the axe too.
Yeah.
Nah, I was wrong.
Mhm.
It looks like looks more like Cousin Eddie from Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I don't know where I got Clint Howard from.
I don't know.
I love the colorway, how that looks.
Yeah, it's very, almost like, Argento-esque.
I know. Oh, Mr. Rogers.
That's one thing. You've never really heard anything about him, have you?
Oh,
About, like,
Mr. Rogers.
yeah, you've never heard, like, he was, like, secretly, like, torturing, like, little kids or anything down in his basement or anything.
No, but I'm sure he was. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. That movie was Race with the Devil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you get the chance, is there an American release of that movie?
I'll take a look. I would assume there would be.
Because isn't there like more with that, like to the daughter? I think the second one's like to the daughter, the devil, or something, or
Yeah, I think so.
to the devil, a daughter. I think it's called.
Yeah. Race with the Devil. Here, let's take a look. Uh, that's not the one. Uh, is this the...
I love that, Carol. We don't got that kind of time.
Hmm. I've got stuff up for Race with the Devil, but it's they all seem to be literal like car race movies.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know whether that was just like a scene from goofy ass cat.
I think. I wonder if it's in public domain. It looks like the kind of title that would be.
Yeah, it could be. It's
I've heard of that movie though. I feel like that is a famous like old Satan movie.
yeah.
Because I think it's by a famous, or not famous author, but an author that was like big into that whole scene.
Yeah. Is this one here? Oh yeah. I think it is. It says here two couples vacationing together in an RV from Texas to Colorado are terrorized after they witness a murder during a satanic ritual.
Is
It's
there
got.
a DVD or Blu-ray release?
I'll I'll take a look. It's only rated PG apparently.
Well, yeah, that's crazy. Well, back then they didn't have PG-13, but I'm surprised something like that wouldn't be R
Yeah.
with the naked woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially nowadays. I mean, they're kind of,
Oh, they're more strict with it now.
which is stupid. I mean, you can show all the violence you want or whatever, but okay, I think it has a Blu-ray release. I'm
Wow.
not sure if this would open up like it's supposed to. Yeah, it's part of a double feature. $20 on Amazon.
Wow. A double
It's
feature
the
with what?
with Dirty Mary Crazy Larry.
Never heard of that.
Me neither. Yeah, but yeah, it's a double feature on one disc. Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting.
Yeah, I may check that out.
Oh, they have it.
Watch that
They
be
have
like the only scene like that in the whole movie.
probably. There is an imported DVD for $152.
I wonder if it has any good features on it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And it's actually, or you could pay $265 for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like no, thank you. Yeah, if I'm gonna pull that out, it better be like the best damn movie I've ever seen.
It would have to be some awesome packaging.
Yeah, not just like a crappy little like off-brand VD case.
Hey, when you order from Amazon US,
Yeah.
is it a lot for shipping or no?
From US, not usually. Amazon are pretty good, I've noticed, for shipping, simply because I think what they do is they send from one like like distribution center to another, and then ship out from the distribution centers.
Oh, okay.
So
Because you ever
you know,
thought about ordering those slasher video titles from Amazon US?
I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I love this.
Yeah, that camera view or trick.
Yeah. Joe Dante goes, what he says, when he dies, they're gonna have written on his tombstone, he's the guy that did that in a movie.
See, that's what I love about just how like fun the movie is. It just feels, I don't know,
Yeah,
like breathable kind of, if that makes sense, like free.
yeah. The guy's just some litter bug. Oh man. Yeah, Amazon are pretty good all around for shipping.
Yeah.
I got one from Amazon Italy just like yesterday.
Okay, what was it?
It was Night of the Demon or Curse of the Demon, depending on what
Okay.
you call it. Great old black and white, you know, devil flick, if you will.
Yeah, I know of it.
I love it as a movie. It's actually getting a Blu-ray release from Indicator,
Okay.
but
That means they'll want 32 for it.
yeah, I paid €9 for it,
Oh, that's
so
good.
and
What
it came through in like a week, so that was pretty good.
how long you how long is it supposed to take for Grindhouse's shipment to get there?
Well, I got the shipping notice, I think Friday, so I would guess probably about a week or so. I just love that no one's took that garbage away.
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
Yeah. Interesting bit of trivia, this music is actually an offshoot of the Patton soundtrack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because,
Homeboy's dressed like Patton there.
well, yeah, and Jerry Goldsmith, who did the music, also did the music for Patton,
Oh, okay.
and just found that it worked. I love that they've just covered the hole with like a like a mat. Yoo-hoo! It's Carol Peters.
Oh man.
Oh, that's priceless. Here go goddamn brownies. Look at that beard.
Oh man, even the color, dude.
I know.
Like
It's
it
like,
would suck to be him, dude.
yeah. Look at the look on her face. She's like, oh.
A little something for the old sweet tooth.
Yeah. These brownies should have fallen on the ground. He's like, hello.
You remember what their snacks are? Is it like pretzels and sardines or something?
Yeah.
There's something about this house that just feels like it would smell.
Oh, definitely.
Man, that dude, what else was he in besides this and Children of the Corn? I know he's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got a very
Well, not a
distinct.
ton of stuff, but
Yeah.
I always get him confused too with the dude from Pulp Fiction and played Rocky Dennis in Mask,
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric Stoltz.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got it here. Was in Back to the Future. Uh, Hell's Kitty.
Hell's Kitty.
Yeah. Death Camp.
You're talking about the redhead
Urban
kid,
Myths.
right?
Yeah.
Malachi. Okay.
Criminal Minds. He's been on that. Uh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, he was in the Funhouse Massacre.
The Funhouse.
I love
Oh
that
yeah,
movie.
I haven't seen it yet. I got it though.
Yeah, it's a good flick. It really is. Yeah, so he's been in some stuff. You know, The Middle,
Oh yeah.
Bones. You know, a lot of these, a lot of TV. It looks like. Oh, he was in Mimesis.
What, the Star Trek movie?
No, it's it's this movie about like some people who are like acting out Night of the Living Dead, but actually like killing people.
No, I don't think I saw that.
It's a pretty good movie. It's got Sid Hagen and he plays a director.
Wow. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh wow, he also did a voice for L.A. Noire, the video game.
Wow. Yeah, that was a good game, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you ever play that?
Yeah. I played it, but I never actually beat it.
Yeah, I can't remember if I did or not. It
It
was
was
for
just,
like PS2 or no, 360 back in the day.
yeah. You know, I started playing it. I know that, and I got a good way in, but you know, I can't remember if I finished it.
Yeah, I think they just re-released it on PS4 and Xbox
Yeah,
One.
yeah, I think so.
That's kind of annoying how they're doing that so frequently now.
I don't really mind it if it's like upgraded, you
Yeah.
know,
Well,
but
did you ever get the, like, when you had a 360, did you ever get the Silent Hill HD upgrade?
yeah,
What'd you think of that?
uh, I wish they'd fixed it like they did on the PS3.
Yeah, or was it the PS3? Oh, no, I
They
had it
they
on 360.
Yeah, they did it for both, but the PS3 got an update which fixed some of the problems in
Okay.
part 2
Yeah, I
where the
remember it
360
wasn't like
didn't.
a full HD upgrade. Like they trimmed a lot of corners with that game.
Yeah, well then again, you know, Konami have always been kind of a bit
Yeah,
you
they
know,
lost their biggest moneymaker.
yeah, and I mean they
And that,
yeah,
would you eat that?
hell no. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot clown pole.
Yeah, what is it? It's not a sardine, is it?
Yeah,
'Cause
a
that's
sardine.
huge.
Yeah, I just love that look. He's like, "Yes, you will eat the sardine and the pretzel." He always kind of reminds me of what's that guy called? That actor. He's crazy. Um, oh,
What
what's
was he
his
in
name?
Breaking Bad? Or Klaus Kinski?
Klaus Kinski. That's it. Yeah. He always reminds me of Klaus Kinski. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Well, because he kind of looks like him, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. I still gotta see Crawl Space.
Yeah,
You seen that or nah?
a long time ago. I can't really remember anything about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, you saw I got Event Horizon in?
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll be doing that for our next commentary, folks.
yeah. Definitely. I've always liked that movie.
I had no idea Paul T. Anderson or whatever directed that.
Oh yeah, yeah. And on the commentary on it, if you listen to it, you can hear about how much was cut out.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
actually
know.
going to watch it sometime this week before we do the commentary,
Yeah,
just so I can be fresh on it. And, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. It's a movie I've always liked. You know, yeah, there's that kind of, you know, like late 90s, early 2000s CG in it.
See, I like that CGI cheese, though.
Yeah, I mean, it adds to the
The
charm.
charm, yeah, especially 90s movies like that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, as long as you know, like notice it for what it is, you know, and like can enjoy it for that. Some people it takes them out of the movie.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
usually, it depends if you're expecting it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I honestly don't know whether we've seen the scene or not because I was looking stuff up. But where the guy's looking at the painting or the picture and he can't figure out how it is. And he like moves it around and stuff.
No.
Well, that scene when that happens, that picture is actually from um, what was it? Night Gallery.
Oh,
Rod
really?
Sterling's Night Gallery. It was one of the in one of the early episodes. Yeah, so
Wow.
it's kind of neat the connections to other stuff in this movie.
Definitely. Well, you can tell there was a lot of fans of horror in general
Oh,
working on this
definitely,
film.
definitely. I mean, this is one of those movies. Also, I should have put this in the video I did for movies for newbies, not newbies, for normies.
Yeah,
This is definitely a horror movie that could, well, that could introduce someone to the horror genre.
without
But
being scared.
yeah, well, hell, without them even really knowing. I just love this
He looked
giant
huge
shadow,
and
and then he just comes up and he's like this little like two
he
foot
looks like a
nothing.
woman, like Ellen or something.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Oh, we have guests. It's like,
He's actually
yeah,
creepy. They're all creepy looking. Like, it's one of those things, they all look really memorable in different ways, you know?
yeah, definitely. Werner Klopek. How nice to meet you. Oh man, it's like, look at that.
Yeah, everything,
Oh, didn't even think to take off the glove, or it's just okay. Here you go.
I love how, like, obvious it looks that they're just doing something bad.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess the thing is, if you saw someone doing something so obviously like sketchy and everything, you'd probably think to yourself, well, it can't be.
Yeah, you'd be coming up with every reason to think differently.
Yeah, because I mean, like people wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but the thing with this, too, is it's like, all these people are retired. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Is that the painting you're talking about?
yeah, that's the one. It was. You can't figure it out. That was in Night Gallery.
That is a pretty cool painting.
It is. That's something you could totally see as like a death metal cover.
I was just thinking like a Cannibal Corpse cover or something.
Yeah.
Don't they have one with, or there's like a death metal cover with like doctors looking down and they're like skulls and it's like
Uh,
you're laying down and you're looking up at a view of them working on you.
yeah.
It's like a really famous death metal band.
Yeah. I think. Is it?
Like Exhumed or something like, I don't know.
Yeah. Something like that, or maybe. Not autopsy. I want to say autopsy, but that's not it. But carcass, perhaps.
Maybe, something like that.
Yeah.
It was just the doctors with those big metal bell things on their hats and like a scalpel and their skulls.
Yeah. That's the sort of thing, you gotta love like death metal album covers.
Oh yeah.
You know, I saw a book the other day in the bookstore. It was all about like 80s horror novels, and
Oh yeah, with the covers.
yeah, and
Badass
their
covers.
cover art, which a lot of time was even better than the actual book itself.
Oh yeah, most of the time.
Yeah,
Like the
you
old
know,
pulp novels or whatever they'd put on the racks
yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. I love this turned it the right way. I was like, there. He still can't figure it out.
Dude, I'd be shocked though, like if a neighbor did that painting, I'd be like, wow, that's good, man.
Yeah. Oh man, he's just
That's what he
so
gets for wearing that short of shorts though.
yeah. I, terrible, terrible thing. The plight of the elderly. Drop off the face here without a sign. And the other guy's like, just kind of like, yep.
Now the first time you saw this, do you remember if you were thinking they were guilty or no?
I thought they were just like a really weird.
Like it was all just coincidence and everything?
Yeah, and like everyone was kind of overreacting. But it's kind of hard to think that.
Yeah.
You know, Herr Klopek. What have you got in the cellar, Herr Klopek?
Don't they all look foreign, but like from different places?
They do. I mean, and the funny thing is, they never actually mention.
Like where they're from or if they're even related?
No, not really. I mean, they say they are because like they're you keep a horse in the basement. Oh man, that's awesome. Oh,
You know, watching this again, I just realized how little Corey Feldman's actually in this.
yeah. Oh,
Like, you think Corey Feldman would be out looking at all this.
oh yeah, definitely. Hey, another neighbor, a fat one. And with the way that dog's wagging its tail, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
I
that would hurt too, man.
yeah,
This movie is really slapsticky. I
it
feel like
is.
that's Joe Dante's like thing though, because he did that
Yeah,
what Animal House and Blues Brothers and all that.
yeah.
Well, he didn't do Blues Brothers, did he?
I think I don't
I can't
know.
remember if he did. I know he did Animal House though.
Yeah, Blues Brothers. Uh, John Landis.
Oh, okay.
But then again, I mean, let's be honest. John Landis, Joe Dante, and everyone—they're all kind of essentially they're all the people that did
Now,
Twilight Zone.
now I'm confused. Joe Dante is he's the one that did? Oh my god! Because I just got John Landis and Joe Dante confused.
Yeah, Joe Dante did The Howling,
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Did
Uh,
Joe Dante do American Werewolf in London too, or was that John
no,
Landis?
that was John Landis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got him confused, man.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they're very similar feeling movies.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
did who made Animal House then? Was that Dante or John Landis?
I'll take a look.
Because now I'm all confused with them too.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen Animal House. Uh, John Landis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Landis was one I was thinking of, but dude, that dude's like, he seems like a huge asshole in real life.
I don't know. I mean,
Like every time I've heard him talk, he sounds like real, I don't know, like a jerk kinda.
yeah, yeah, maybe.
See,
I
that
mean,
changes my whole thing though. That of this all these years, man, I've been getting them mixed up. So I've been like picturing John Landis when I'm thinking of Joe Dante, and I
yeah.
just realized how many years I've been doing that.
Oh, I love this. He just goes digging around in there and then pulls out the wig. You've had that in your trousers all day? Oh, that's funny.
That dude who plays the fat friend.
Yeah,
What else is that dude from? I don't think I've ever seen him in anything besides this.
I don't think I've seen him either. I mean, it's the sort of thing I recognize him from this, but I can't remember him from anything else. He's in Spaceballs, Groundhog Day, Scary Movie, Funky Monkey.
Oh, I remember him in Scary Movie. He was
Mm.
the dad of the character,
Oh
the
my
main
God, he
girl.
was an MVP,
What most?
most valuable primate.
Oh wow! Did you ever see the one where the primate was a skater?
Oh man, yeah, I think that's it. He's playing hockey in this.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, I remember there was one I saw. Don't ask me why I seen it, but I did. It was like this kid. He was like a skateboarder, and something
Yeah.
happens where the primate gets kicked out of hockey. I think this is the second one, and it's like the kid teaches him how to skate, and this primate's like dropping in pools and stuff. Like,
Oh man, I love it that we can just like just talk about like oh yeah this like monkey that skateboards and plays hockey.
yeah, that's about. Did you see that Canon documentary at all?
The Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to watch it, and
that
I heard it
Blu-ray
was
really shines in that scene there.
yeah
Like that whole thing, just the brightness of everything. Is yours too, or no? Like the
yeah
colors look really bright and good.
yeah they do. They look
Especially
really
that
good.
shirt right there.
Yeah, that's a really nice shade of blue actually.
I know, man. See, that's where it's like you see the Blu-ray difference there.
Yeah.
Because like when
That's
they're
one
in the
thing.
Klopex house, it's real grainy and stuff.
Yeah. And hell, I always remember when I used to rent this on VHS.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, saying my age right there. Um,
Yeah, well, I owned it on VHS.
yeah. You know, um, it's the sort of thing I can remember some scenes in this were almost unwatchable
Yeah, just
because
how
they were
dark and
because they were
grainy they
that
were.
dark. Yeah, and I don't know whether it was just you know,
Multiple rentals.
yeah, and it could have been because I know I rented it about you know 50, 60 times.
Wow. Would you usually, back in the day, would you usually rent movies like every weekend, like the same ones,
I when
or
I-
would
when I
you
was
get one that you were familiar with and a new one, or what?
usually what I used to do back in when I first started renting stuff, I'd rent the same movie again and again and again. I must have rented Ghostbusters I don't know 200 times.
Was that your favorite movie back then?
Yeah. Honestly, to this day, if I put on Ghostbusters, I can follow along every word they're saying and essentially quote it as
Wow.
it's going along. You know, actually, a bit back, they did a thing where they put it back in theaters. So I went and saw it in the theater, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Wow, that would have been cool.
It was great.
Yeah,
I think it I think it was like for when they did the remake.
yeah.
It was like kind of like a few like months before that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they usually do that with stuff.
Yeah,
I remember for like a minute they were re-releasing stuff in theaters. Like there was Jaws, and then a few months later there was like The Shining, and then all of
yeah,
a sudden they just stopped it.
yeah. Well, over here I know they have a thing they call the classic film series.
What
So
that
every
TCM does, or
similar to that, but like every month, like the theaters show like a classic movie.
you talk about
And
like the Maltese Falcon type days and stuff.
I'm talking they do stuff right back to like I went and saw the Wolfman and the Mummy a
Oh
couple of
wow,
years back, and that was great because it was $6 for a double feature. Um,
well
all of
that's
these
pretty
are
cool.
yeah, all of these they're like $6, and they usually do them every month they release a like a different classic movie,
Wow.
in the theater. So it's neat to see, but
Is it one
it's
of those things they only do it for like one show time?
they do about 3 showings of each movie like over that month.
Oh, okay. Because I
Yeah,
know here we have something like TCM Presents in theaters, where
yeah,
they'll do like a one-time showing of like a month of like the Maltese Falcon or Vertigo or something.
yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah, Vertigo would be cool to see.
Yeah, I
There
actually
hasn't been
saw.
anything though that made me be like, damn, I really gotta go. Like if they said something like Life Force or something, I
Oh,
would
that
have
would
to
be
go.
cool. Well, hell, I saw just the other. Well, when was it? I think it must have been the end of last year. I saw Dune
Oh
in
wow.
theaters, and I love the movie Dune, the David Lynch Dune.
Yeah.
I, you know,
Even when it first came out, like you were
yeah.
all on
Well,
board with it.
I always remember the first time I saw it. I was in Britain with my mom and dad, and we were on holiday, and there was we stayed at this little crappy little hotel place. We went down south to see some family that were down there, and we stayed at this hotel, and really bad reception on the TV, but Dune was playing,
Wow.
and even back then, so I was 8 years old, you know, and I remember just kind of digging what I was seeing. I didn't see the whole movie, but since then I've seen it tons of times. Hell, I bought the
Do you like
Japanese import of it and everything.
do you like fully get it and everything?
Yeah, yeah, I get it. A lot of people. The thing with Dune is it helps if you've read the book,
Yeah. You
but
read it?
yeah, but it helps to have. This is what I find. It helps to have read it after seeing the movie.
Oh, really?
It's really weird because if you see it before you've seen the movie, you will hate the movie
Just
because
because they butcher
it
everything?
yeah, it's that different, it's that like off, but it's one of those things. If you see it, if that's what you see first, you get like this love for it.
Wow.
I
Because
just,
I know the book is huge, isn't it? Or there's like a lot of them in one?
there's a lot of Dune novels. I think there's in the original series there's I think six, and then there's about 10 offshoots from different from like the author's son and like another author.
Wow. Because
Yeah,
did you see like the TV series or the miniseries they had?
yeah, I loved those.
And there was
Tho-
like the Son of Dune or something. I don't know. There was like a
yeah,
young Dune.
there was Children of Dune, and there
Yeah.
was the normal Dune. They were they were more accurate to the books.
Did you buy those or no?
Yeah, I picked up the Blu-rays of those from Germany.
Oh, I didn't even know they released Blu-rays of them.
Yeah, not over here. I mean, and seriously, this is something that always kind of makes me laugh. You know, I bought the limited edition 30th anniversary Japanese Blu-ray set, which is like, a 2-disc set, hard box and all this neat stuff with it and everything. But over here, it's like a value title. It's $4.99.
Wow.
And you just get the single disc and that's it. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe it's just like European audiences seem to really like Dune.
Yeah, it seems more
Yeah,
their style.
I don't know why.
Yeah, next month for sure I'm buying a region free player, like for sure.
Yeah, it yeah
Like
it'll
there's some
pay for
movies I
itself
gotta buy this month, but next
yeah.
month I'm gonna order one and a bunch of other region titles.
Oh yeah, it pays for itself within like maybe you buy 4 or 5 movies, it's paid for itself.
Wow.
Yeah,
Are you able to look up if they have you know the movie Gacy
yeah,
that's like came out in 2002 or '03?
yeah,
Is there a different region DVD of that anywhere? Because the one here goes for like a lot of
yeah,
money for some reason. It's out of print and all that. I wonder if there's a different region version.
yeah. I'll take a look. Gacy DVD. See,
Because they want crazy prices on Amazon for that movie.
yeah, yeah. I'll try UK.
So, but that kind of stuff, does stuff get cut real easily in the UK though?
Not so much anymore. I mean, most modern stuff, won't get cut. Um, the stuff that tended to get cut mainly back in the day, hold on, here we go. Let's see. Uh, uh,
Or is it even expensive in
it's
the UK?
it's £20. So that's quite. Oh, hold on, new and used from 2. Okay, so you can get like a used copy for like £1.55. So for like, $2.50.
How different is their cover?
The cover looks just the same, actually. Yeah, it doesn't
See,
look any different,
if you
really.
order off the marketplace on like Amazon UK though,
Yeah,
they'll ship it to America.
it usually depends on the seller. I find the best bet. What I usually do is if I'm buying. Oh wow. If I'm buying from like the marketplace sellers, I put like I'll pick maybe 4 of them.
Yeah.
I'll put them all into my basket, and then I'll go to checkout, and then it'll come up and it'll tell you which ones, if any, will ship to where you are.
Oh, okay.
So, and then, you just, take out the other ones.
All right. Yeah, because I know
Yeah.
that's one of the first ones I want to get. And there's a
Yeah.
couple of those Shaw Brother titles from '88 films I want to get.
Oh, I love Shaw Brothers.
Yeah, and then there's that movie Hex that you reviewed, but there's a '88
Yeah.
films version of that that looks cool.
Yeah. That does look good. That release. Yeah. So yeah, they've got Gacy, Dahmer, and Bundy. All
What,
three of those
a triple
releases.
pack?
I don't know if it's a triple pack or it's just like buy these three together.
What's the price of that?
Uh, 36.78 in British pounds. So you can probably reckon about 50 something bucks. That's a
It's a
lot
little
though.
pricey for
I
three
mean,
DVDs.
yeah, if you can find the what's it called ones, the just like
American
find them
ones.
just on their own, cheaper than that.
Yeah. The yeah. I wonder.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of titles though, where I don't ever see them getting another release for some reason.
Yeah, well, oh, hold on. There's another copy here for 7.48, brand new.
What, on Amazon UK?
Yeah.
Is it
Uh,
from actual Amazon or is it from one of the sellers?
this I think it's from dispatched and sold by checkout. So I guess it's uh, it's another seller, I guess, but it's being done through Amazon. It's not part of. It doesn't look to be part of the marketplace.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, it's uncut, so
Yeah, I really want to see that movie for some reason.
Yeah,
Like, I want to get my like serial killer collection
yeah,
a little more raised up.
yeah. I always liked the Ed Gein one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Steve
wow!
Railsback was good.
They actually have a double pack with Gacy and Dahmer for £20.
Okay.
That's kind of neat. And apparently there's an audio CD of it as well.
Wow. Well, the good thing is though, I think Bundy, Dahmer, and Ed Gein
Yeah,
are cheaper in
yeah.
America. Like, they're still reasonable. For some reason, the Gacy one though is like really expensive.
I wonder why.
I don't know. To me,
Oh,
like, I would feel like there'd be more, like more people would buy that just because of the cover.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, unless all like, well, I was gonna say maybe it's like too fresh in people's minds, but
Yeah, I don't know.
um,
Maybe it just didn't do good because people, just the subject matter of it, because it was kids or whatever.
yeah, it could be. I love it. Stop, stop, stop! Don't go any further. Stop right there. And they just go around him. It's like, no.
I wonder if these sets were air conditioning. Oh, this was back lot. Never mind, I'm tripping. So this was outside.
There are people in my parents' house and they're eating all my food. Oh man.
I love the thing when it blows up the house and
Yeah.
it like shuffles down the stairs, just the way it looks. It's like da-da-da, like really quick.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because they it's gonna blow up.
But you see when he comes stepping down the stairs in a minute, just the way he doesn't really step, he like glides down them.
Yeah. Universal actually said to them, you like essentially you can do what you want, just you can't kill Tom Hanks.
Oh, I'm sure this was like right when after Big,
Yeah.
so the insurance on him was
Oh yeah. He
yeah.
actually had to stop filming this to go to the premiere of Big.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They gave him time off to go to the premiere. Okay, that's a little you can see the
The set, just how cheaply built it
yeah.
was.
You can see like the pipe where fire should have been coming out of it.
Yeah. What do you think of the Hans's hat there?
I don't know. I really
Like a
don't
Peter
know.
Pan hat?
Yeah. Something is moving in there and then he just like doo-doo-doo, like comes right out. Mm. And the scene also where now he puts himself on the stretcher and in the ambulance and everything.
Oh yeah.
That is also an ad-libbed scene.
It's pretty memorable. Looking like straight off the set of Castaway.
Yeah. Found it, right? Before Blue, you found it, right? It's like, no.
Yeah, my cat came out for treats.
Nah. Yeah, mine's been sat on me, like, messing with my microphone and everything.
Yours don't bug you for like treats and stuff?
He does. If you happen to say that word, oh, he'll come running from another room. You know, yeah, one of them will just sit there, fine, you know, won't bother anybody. The other one will walk on you, and you
Are they
know,
like your cats or the families?
they're the families, but you know, they like me because I give them treats, probably. Oh, I live here. That's my house. Like I can clear this. There's Peter's in there. Right?
Well,
Oh
it pretty much confirms they don't ever mention his parents or anything.
no, no. Oh, I just love how like damaged he is. He's like, "Oh, like cut your hair. I like it.
Yeah, that's
Oh
funny. She's just how all peaceful it was when she left, and it's just literal chaos.
yeah, like kind of like I leave for one day. Like this is what happens. Apparently, there were a bunch of different endings originally done for this.
Yeah,
Uh,
this Blu-ray actually comes with an alternate ending. It says.
yeah, I have an alternate one as well. I don't know whether it's the same one, but
Yeah, I haven't
yeah,
seen it. Did yours
yeah,
come with the work print too, or no?
no, no. All mine has is it has the movie. It's got uh, little special feature called like "You Can't Kill Tom Hanks,"
Really?
which is a pretty fun little you know
Dude, this release here is loaded, man.
yeah.
Says like
Oh
new 2017 2K scan, uh,
yeah.
audio commentary, and it says "There Goes the Neighborhood: The Making of the Burbs." Includes new interviews with Joe Dante, Corey Feldman, Courtney Gaines, and Wendy Shaw. Alternate ending, and it says original work print from Joe Dante's vault that says includes deleted and extended scenes.
That's cool.
It's like some original work print.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's the thing, Scream Factory and Shout Factory, they always go above and beyond, you know,
yeah.
to
This,
release, like everything they can find.
it's weird because this is my first like collector's edition that isn't Scream Factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like I never picked up any other like
like Shout
Shout
Selects
Select.
and
Yeah, that's
stuff.
what
Yeah,
this is. Yeah.
yeah. Well, the thing is, really, this could have been on Scream Factory. Let's be
I don't
honest.
understand why they didn't put it on there.
I think because it's more like if you were to put this in a video store, you'd put it in the comedy section before you'd put it in the horror.
Oh yeah.
So maybe.
But they release. I feel like they release like Once Bitten and
Yeah,
Vampire's Kiss. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
those would be
yeah.
comedies too. You're not putting them in horror.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it's not.
And then Matinee from the cover, that looks like it could have been a Scream Factory too.
Yeah,
But they put that on the Shout Select.
yeah.
Where Red
That.
Dawn, I could picture being on the Shout Select.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That dude in the background there has been in stuff. I can't remember his name. He was the one
Yeah.
looking real stoic in the back.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. I love that. He like, I'll just bite his broken finger. I don't care. I've been blown up. Take me to the hospital. Yeah, all this was completely ad-libbed. It's like, I'm just gonna lie here.
I like how this
Oh,
too, you think it's all over like first time you see it.
yeah. The thing is, it never really explains what they're doing, does it?
No, that's what is strange. And also, it almost like you could tell there wasn't a whole lot of writing going on too. Because
Yeah.
there's like no like big thing. It's weird. It's like they're investigating, but there's not a whole lot of scenes where you see them doing a lot of stuff though.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You sub moron, you.
Are we supposed to think they're just like serial killers though, or
I don't know. I mean, I know in an alternate ending, I don't know whether it's the one that, like we have, but in that, where he goes, he says like, you come here, you do your work, you're a little odd, and you sacrifice a few people, you know. Do I look like an idiot, Mr. Pearson? Do you take me for an imbecile? No. Oh, man. But you don't fool me. He's like, excuse me? I love how curly his hair is. Just,
I don't know, man.
am I missing something here, dog?
I just love how you don't know what's going on with the answers, kind of like Dustin Hoffman and Marathon Man. Where like,
Yeah.
is it safe? And he's like, is what safe? Like you're
Yeah.
genuinely confused at what's going on.
Yeah.
He's like, I fooled the others.
Oh, man. Oh, yes, I know you did.
Man, he looks like he'd be
Well,
perfect in like the
good
Munsters or
neighbor.
the Addams Family.
Yeah. The funny thing is, if he didn't say any of this, the insurance would have just bought him a new house.
Yeah.
Everything would have been fine. I let you keep the femur, and now I want my skull.
Yeah, this could be like a Hammer horror type vibe. Just the,
Yeah,
the whole vibe of it was like really old school.
yeah,
Man, Hans is my favorite character in the whole thing, though.
yeah. I just love that, like, no one's trying to stop it. You'd think, and you'd think someone would notice, like, a
Like the
gimpy
cops would
little,
actually drive behind it and stuff.
yeah, it'd be like, hey,
They're all
pull
just like,
over.
what is it?
What's going on? I don't get it. Yeah, apparently in some of the alternate endings, in one, like the truck opened up, the trunk opened up, and there was like dead cheerleaders in it.
Oh, wow, that'd be
So
cool.
yeah, so essentially, Devil's Rejects
Oh,
and
I
House
love
of
that.
Thousand Corpses, everything. Yeah, and another one, it was the two garbage men.
Oh, okay, that'd be
And
cool too.
and apparently there was going to be another one where like they'd open the trunk, the two garbage men be in there, and they'd get up, get out, and just go back to collecting garbage.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's been so long, it's just like new to me, this ending here. Like, I
Yeah,
remembered the main things, like the house blowing up and stuff, but not the dialogue here.
yeah, I love this. It's kind of like, oh hey, look at this. Yeah,
Just filled with skeletons.
yeah.
It almost like all
Your
wraps
vehicle not...
together like a Scooby-Doo episode.
It just kind of like, yeah, I guess so. I love this part. Hey, Pinocchio, where do you think you're going?
Yeah, they never explain why he's in that outfit.
No. You totally know. They slipped in some dog shit.
Dog shit, yeah.
Yeah. I love this, again, that the cops didn't go after him. Dude, the bushman
Man,
can
I wonder,
snap
doesn't
your
he
neck
look
and
like
arm.
they made him stay up for like 3 weeks straight?
Yeah.
Like,
Do not mess with suburbanites, because we're not going to date anymore.
I like how they never talk about what he does for a living.
No, no. It's just, like he took a week off work.
I know.
And it never explains what his work is or anything.
Like, it's almost like, is he married or what's the deal with him?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they should have had a sequel. I don't get why they didn't make a sequel to this.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of...
Was this a flop, probably?
Yeah, it didn't do well in theaters. I know that. It's become a cult classic since. But yeah, theatrically, I don't. I know the
It
critics.
does feel really contained, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, just kind of small scope, you know? Because there's
yeah,
not really any different sets than this cul-de-sac.
yeah. Oh, so his wife's home.
Oh, so he is married, yeah.
Oh man, it's the sort of thing you could totally imagine, like not this crazy, but like a neighborhood where you could just sit there and watch what's going on,
Oh, yeah.
and just like I said, wouldn't be that this crazy, but
Yeah, you could just, you get to know the people. They
yeah.
sit back and watch, the drama.
Oh, you gotta love the
Yeah,
fourth wall break.
yeah. Yeah, there's just something badass about him. It sucks knowing now that he was like all raped and fondled and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess it could be argued it was part of the business back then.
Yeah.
You know,
Man, this
I,
is a straight 80s, 90s thing to do.
I
Put the
always
names, lie the clips with them.
I always liked these actually, because
Yeah.
it was like I always found how they did it at the end of Predator.
Yeah.
It was almost like you got these characters, you got kind of to know them, then they got killed and they're all gone, and then in the end you just see them all again, and it's kind of neat,
Yeah.
Here you go. I oh man.
Jeez. So that was our fifth one commentary.
Yeah.
That was our first like non-horror one.
Yeah, well,
It fits within the genre though.
yeah, you know what? We'll say like pseudo horror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's genre enough,
yeah. I mean, there's enough like horror in it, to maybe convert a non-horror fan.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like there's really nothing in this movie at all that would make it not family friendly.
Yeah,
This is rated R though, isn't it? Or am I tripping?
I think it's PG. I always thought
Yeah,
it was.
it is PG. Yeah.
It's the sort of thing. I mean, PG and horror don't usually go together,
Yeah.
but when they do, it can really work.
Yeah. Like this is the kind of movie. Yeah, this is like definitely the starter thing for kids to get into horror for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's something I've always, kind of liked, like horror 101, if you will,
Yeah.
And it's something I think a lot of people take for granted.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you'll hear some people and they'll be like you're a horror fan, yeah, like, well, what did you start with? And they're like, oh, I started with like Hellraiser, and it's like, no, you didn't. You
I'm the
started with like,
hardest of core. I started out with
yeah,
Hostel and Serbian film.
yeah, you know, pretty much every horror fan started off with like Ghostbusters, Gremlins,
Yeah,
you know, like
Monster Squad or whatever.
yeah, you know, I mean,
See,
that's
mine
where
was
you
like, Are
get
You
the
Afraid of the
fun.
Dark and stuff
Yeah,
like that. And
yeah, you know, you get the fun of horror from there.
yeah, definitely. And then you get into the more serious and
Yeah,
scary stuff.
like hell, if you tried to start someone on horror with, you know, like a Serbian film as their first movie, you know, either one of two things would happen. One, you'd get like someone completely turned off of horror, or you would find someone that maybe you should be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, yeah, they're like in love with it.
Yeah, and you're just kind of like, yeah.
Did you notice all the songs in this movie were like performed by Jet Boy?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I've never heard of Jet Boy actually, so
Neither have I. Yeah, so we're
they
gonna.
probably just threw some band together and
I'm sure
like,
that's what
here,
they did.
play this.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end this this commentary here
Yeah.
for the people. But anyways, guys, this is Corey's Script,
This is BDG Reviews.
and we'll come at you next Wednesday with Event Horizon.
Yep.
All right.
Definitely.
Peace.
Peace.